G'day folks, welcome back to Kingdom Forlorn. We have a Paleblood worm clash coming up. We're all set up. This is the setup on the right, these are the instructions on the left, and this is what it looks like when it's all set up. This is interesting. So this is I have encountered these Paleblood worms before, but only in a brief ambush, not in an actual clash. So let's have a look at their monster sheet. Now, this is the first time we're going to be dealing with some respawning monsters. Level 1, when a Paleblood worm dies, finish resolving the current action, then spawn a new worm outside the clash board. So it goes outside the clash board, and when a worm outside the board is about to activate, place it on the pale burrow terrain tile closest to the priority target. And then have this burrow X keyword. Place the worm on the designated tile. These are the pale burrow tiles here, where X is the number shown. So you can see here, the setup does say, place these tiles. They're all numbered. You can place the generic numbers on them to make it easier to kind of cross-reference, so you're not constantly going back to the setup. So I've done that. One thing that is missing though from this sheet is their stats. I can see the level 2 stats. So I need to get their level 1 stats. They also have blood tokens. And yes, that's going to be interesting. We can use blood tokens. What do we use them for? When you're adjacent to a tile, you may discard a blood token to lure out a worm that is not currently on the board, and you place on the tile. So if they're off the board, you can lure them on. Okay, here we go. I found the other sheet. So, oh wow, they have a few more. I didn't notice this. They at level 1, 6+ to hit, 7 wounds. So I have to kill the 4. There's only 4 on the board, but they will respawn. So the 4 on the board plus 3 more. I'll talk about this in just a moment. 1 wound each, 1 AI, and 1 signature move. And they have Blood Rush, It Sucks, Subterranean Menace, and Bloodbath. So Blood Rush. Start of the clash, each knight places 5 blood tokens on their knight board. I came in a lot more than what I had. Actually, no. So each knight, that includes the squires. So I've adjusted the camera a bit so you can just see the edge of these knights. Okay, so 5 blood tokens. If at any point there are more than 5 blood tokens on your knight board, discard any excess. If at any point there are no blood tokens, you bleed out. Oh, okay, so this is actually, I need my blood. That's interesting. So I can place these blood tokens to lure out, but I have to be careful because if I use too much, I bleed out. Right, here we go. We've got a bag full of blood tokens. Okay, a few more, and now we are blooded and ready to go. All right, It Sucks. Suck X, this is a keyword. Move blood tokens from the target onto that worm's body part card. Gates on AI and BP cards refer to them as blood. Okay, so gate is basically an ability that typically will trigger if your heat is at a certain level. So if your heat is like 3 or more, a gate ability may trigger. In this case, blood tokens on the BP card may trigger it. Okay. When a Paleblood worm with blood tokens dies, distribute the tokens among knights in Zone X, where X is the amount of tokens. If there are no eligible tokens, discard those tokens. So when a worm dies, the knights get their blood back. Okay, interesting. During escalation, if there are no more cards in the decks, there should be. I don't think we'll reach that point. If there are no more cards in the decks, place a blood token on every card on the mob track. I can't see how that would happen. We'd have to excessively wound them, which is not going to do. And then the respawn. Okay, so I've got two sheets to keep track of there. That information there. All right, put that off to the side. And we are set up. I think we're set up. This is, by the way, this is triggered. This is my exhibition clash. It's triggered by my time marker on my kingdom board reaching the halfway mark. So that triggers an exhibition clash, and I happen to be in the district where the worms were. So they they come popping out, trying to get me. So, the monsters go first. We begin. We do an AI first. And the first AI card for the worms is worm number 1, which is this one here facing this way. So it's going to target the knight with the most blood tokens in front. Okay, so it's a choice between these two. Let's say I get to choose, I guess. Let's say he targets the squire. So he moves down here, move and attack. And then for each, oh, hold on, before I do anything. It is on the blood geyser. So when a Paleblood worm starts or ends its movement on this tile, place a blood token on its BP. Okay. So it's starting on the blood geyser, so it places a blood token on its BP. And what did we just read about? Yes, there could be a gated ability. There is actually, but it's not 2 or more. We'll see. We'll track this one step at a time. So when a knight starts or ends their movement on this tile, they discard the amount of blood tokens equal to their passion. So they don't want to be passionate on the blood geyser. That's interesting. All right, so it targets the knight with the most. Now it can move and attack. 2 hits, doing 2 hits. Okay, this is a squire. So it's doing 2 hits, needing 9 or more to evade. How many does the squire evade? Beautiful. Hits evaded, 2. That's better than I would roll. That's amazing. So it evaded both hits. Fantastic. Don't see that very often. I would never see that in a die roll. And then it sucks 1. So move 1 blood token from the target to the worm's card. Ooh, okay. Now we have 2 BP. Now, after the attack, 2 more blood. We have a knockdown. So he's knocked down, and he gets the knockdown condition card. Okay, he's falling down. And burrow 3. So we have the burrow 3 ability. Burrow 3. Now this is a generic keyword. It's not specific to these worms, and it's one that I haven't encountered before. So, what does burrow 3 mean? Let me tell you. Burrow 3 isn't in the keywords. Blood rush. Burrow 3. I can tell you, it's not in the keywords. Burrow. Burrow 3. My apologies, it is on the worm, it's here. Place it on the tile. So place that worm on tile number 3, which is right next to it. There, okay, so he's been knocked down and then it moves as the after attack ability. Next worm is worm number 2, and it will do the signature move. And the signature worm move is Blood Slash. This is worm number 2. Facing this way, it chooses the closest knight with the most blood tokens. Between this and this, I'm going to say it targets this one. It's a move and attack. Okay, it doesn't have the gated ability yet because it doesn't have any blood tokens on its BP. So, suck 1. It is going to suck 1. Move 1 blood token from the target to the attacker. So it's targeting Paracelsa. Did I move? I think I moved the wrong blood token earlier. I did. So it moves it to its token. And then for each hit, move and attack, suck 1, and then 3. Oh, crikey. Okay, 3 dice. 3 dice, needing a 9 or more to save. That's 2 saves. 2 saves, 1 miss. I'm happy with that. We'll take that. 1 miss. I lose 1 vigor for Paracelsa. Problem with having the knights all at the top there is I have to keep reaching over. And then I have to draw a Mortis card. So it's just a minor Mortis because she is lightly wounded. Yep. So faint, place 2 opening tokens or break tokens in the knight pool. Love it. 2 opening and or breaks. So I might do 1 of each. 1 opening, 1 break. Yeah, we'll see how we go. And then after the attack, roll the dice and perform burrow that number. Burrow 3, where X is the result rolled. What happens if there's already a worm on that burrow? Place it on the tile. I guess I'm going to re-roll. House rule this, doesn't say. Re-roll 4. Okay, so that worm teleports down to here. And the worms are done. All right, my turn. Let's get this guy standing up first. So this is Ralof. He can increase his heat by 2 to stand up. Okay, so actually, is there any point to him standing up? I'm just wondering if I should just wait it out. I am actually finding a few gaps in the rulebook. There's no keyword for stand up or index entry. Yeah, I can't find the section on standing up, so I'm going to assume that when he does the stand up, when he spends heat to stand up, it is instant. Rather than missing a turn, he's skipping that process and instantly stands up. He can then take his go, I'm guessing. Otherwise, he'd have his... Normally, you would fall down, you'd miss your turn, you flip the card over to standing up, and then you have your next turn. So basically, knocked down is you miss a turn. If he uses the stand up ability, I think it skips that miss a turn and he stands up at the expense of heat. Yeah, it's not an action to do that. So now he gets his... his turn, and he will move and try to hit these worms. So he is a squire, so he's going to draw the top card. He has an opening. First of all, sorry, he'll raise a passion. He has an opening and a break. He rolls an 8, so he hits them. Okay, that's a hit. It is on worm number 2, so we flip over. It's BP tile. Ooh, okay, they're tougher than I thought. If I fail, it sucks. If I wound, that may not happen. All right, so now he needs 3 power. He has 2, but notice he has 2 power, but he has potential 2, which means he can convert that into a 3rd hit, which is enough to wound that worm. Okay, so when a worm with a blood token on its BP card is killed, the blood token goes to a knight within range 1, which happens to be the squire, so the guy doing the damage. So, wound. Gate 2, if there's 2 blood tokens, it activates 1. That didn't happen. So, let me do this. Let me try and stick to the procedure so I don't make mistakes. Okay, just trying to find. Here we go. Okay, so determine B card, do the power roll, roll the dice, use potential, resolve the power roll, monster response, there is no response, wounds and escalation. Okay, so wounds. We wounded 1. So I'm going to put the wounds up here again. We now have to escalate. So we take an AI1, remove that from the deck, add an AI2, and shuffle that into the deck. Okay, we then wounds escalation. Actually, sorry, monster response. I wonder if monster response should be the respawn. When it dies, finish resolving the current action. So I've got to finish the action first. Clear the night pool, yes, and then second ability window. Okay, so my ability window, this dude just leaves either an opening or a break. I might leave an opening. Yeah, we'll do that. Then, that's all he does in his ability window. So then we respawn another worm. So this worm that he killed appears off the board. it will come back on. But I can lure it back on, lure one back on by spending blood, or it will activate on its turn. And we draw a, I guess we draw a level 2. Spawn a new Paleblood worm. So we're spawning. So we're going to check the rules for spawning. There are no BP ones left, so this has to be a... okay, there's no keyword for spawn either. Starting to find some gaps, as I said in the rulebook. Spawn, spawn, spawn. Okay, so when we spawn, as soon as one dies, this is represented by spawning. It is a form of BP escalation. Okay. Yeah, 1 BP higher. So we take a BP2 and we place it in that slot. So this one off here is just one level higher. Okay, that's the end of that squire's turn. Let's do Paracelsa, I guess. She's here. She's got a worm right in front of her. So let's move forward and try. Oh, when you're adjacent to the tile, you may discard a blood token to lure out. Yeah. So he can lure out a worm because he's adjacent to that tile by spending a blood. Paracelsa, he's going to try and hit this one because he's got some blood that she wants to get back. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, okay. So she's down a blood token. So she'll try and get it back. So she's going to move up. She's going to grab her Militia Morgenstern. This gives her the 1 dice with a +1 modifier, with another +1 for the opening token. So she'll hit on a 4 or more. It's a miss, but she will take some heat to re-roll. I'm going to call that a 7. And that's a hit. She now has her 3 dice, but she has no break tokens, nothing in the pool. Sorry, she should increase her heat by 1. And she needs to figure out what this monster is. So it's a BP1. Oh, geez, they are tough. Okay. So we're looking at, I think she could be in trouble here. I don't think she's going to be able to do this. If she fails, burrow 4, just disappear and pull over here. If she wounds, I get knocked back 4 and I'm going to fly into the tower. When you reveal this BP, discard a blood token from the closest knight. Whoa. These worms. Discard. It just said discard it. What else can I do here? Let's have a look at her Morgenstern. All right, she will use 2 hands. Cumbersome, I've forgotten about again. What does the cumbersome word do? Is this the one where she has to take a heat to use it? If you wound, exhaust it. Okay. If I wound, exhaust. So, 2 red dice +1. No, that's already done. Let's roll. I need 4 swords. That is terrible. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to re-roll. I can't do that. I can't use heat to re-roll those. So it's a miss. I didn't wound. Yep, didn't happen. I do add a break token to the pool. Oh, I did that in the second ability window, sorry. Let's do it one step at a time. Cumbersome, I didn't wound, so nothing happens. Okay, so I failed, so it burrows 4. So it disappears and reappears over here. I did not overcome it at all, so nothing happens there. So that's going to be a tough one. And I'm guessing the BP2 is going to be even tougher. Okay, so the Morgenstern doesn't have the desired effect. Let's now go to, okay, so she had power level 2, so she's going to add, I think, an opening token to the, well, no, add a break token. We'll add a break token to the pool. Now let's move along and just checking that Paracelsa is now the priority target. Fleischritter or Bianca? I think we're going to go with Fleischritter. Now he started his turn on the Blood Geyser, discard the amount of blood equal to his passion. He has no passion, so he doesn't discard any blood. He's going to move off this tile. Yeah, he's going to move off the tile. Actually, he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and try and attack this worm. The reason being, get Bianca off the tile next. So he's moving straight ahead to attack this worm. He's going to use his felling axe. I've just remembered he should have another token there because that reset. He can, in fact, he'll use this straight away to add a break or an opening. He's going to add an opening, just make it a little bit easier to hit. Having said that, I guess I was going to +1 to hit, but let's try it. So the worm's either 6, +2 is now 4 or more. He's going to take some heat to re-roll that. Come on. Yes. So that's a hit. He now gets a black and 2 red. And he's targeting worm number 1. We know about worm number 1. It requires 4 hits. And he's got that break token in the pool. Yeah. So it comes with a bonus hit. So he really only needs 3 hits to kill this worm. 3 swords. That'll do it. 1, 2, and now, is this overcome? Yeah, there was an overcome. This had an overcome 3 keyword. So he's wounded, which will knock him back. That's okay, he can be knocked, I didn't even think about that. Overcome, there's overcome and there's overpower. And overcome is different, overbreak, sorry. If you dealt a wound and your total power exceeds the value by 3 or more, so did he get 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he didn't. He was 1 short of potentially doing so. Yes, so he did not overcome. But he did wound, so he's knocked back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not an obstacle, so he can go straight across that. Oh, okay. Let's remind myself to keep following strictly the sequence of play. Let's find the sequence of play. Here we go. So power roll, monster responses, knockback is done. Now we do wounds and escalation. Okay, so this body part is wounded. That monster is wounded. It comes back on here. We escalate an AI card. So AI 1 is removed and AI 2 is added and shuffled. And then we take a BP 2 and we place it there. And the wounds that were on that monster are distributed when it dies to heroes in range 3. So we can actually give these to Paracelsa. I'm going to double check that because it does sound a bit interesting. When a worm dies, distribute the tokens among knights in zone X, where X is the amount of those tokens. Yeah, so 3 away. Okay, so basically they can't go above maximum, but I can give 2 back to Paracelsa, which brings her back to maximum, and 1 is wasted. So 1 goes back in the pool somewhere. Okay. Then we have resolve the current action, so clear the night pool. Then we do our second ability window. So Fleisch Ritter can do 1 opening or 1 break. I think I'm going to do 1 break. I feel like it's more important for the squires to have that break token. Okay. Then, yeah, I think we're done. Have we done everything? 2, 2, 2. Second ability window is complete. Done. All right. Now it is Bianca's turn. And as I said, she's just going to come. She's starting her turn on this. So when a knight starts their turn, they discard the amount of blood. Bianca has no passion at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to move and attack this one. So she's aiming not to start her turn on this. She increases her passion by 1 to attack that worm. She draws a card to see if she hits. She needs 6 or more. She rolls a 7, so it's a hit. She checks to see what it is. It's a 3, which is a BP1. 3 wounds needed. That's what we're targeting. Sorry, trying to get it in focus. No blood tokens. If we fail, it sucks and burrows. Let's see, we need 3 power. 3 power. Wow, I'm doing really well with these quiet cards. Okay, so she hits it. She can push up to 4, in fact, but that probably won't matter because it's not enough to overcome. Actually, let's have a look. What is that? She can spend any clue. Bianca can spend any clue to increase it. She'll do that because she's going to spend a blue clue. She has these clues to give her 1 extra power. With the break, gives her 5. Gives her overcome 2, which adds a power token to the night pool for the next person to come along. So she wounded. We check the wound. There are not 2 blood tokens on this card, so nothing happens. Instead, that worm just dies, comes back to life again. We'll finish the window first. So first of all, we wound, clear the night pool. That comes back in the second ability window with Bianca's power option, which is an opening. We escalate. So I've taken the wound out. We take it out a level. What was it, tier 1, right? I've got 1, 1, 1. Yep. So now I take out a tier 1 from the game. Add an AI 2, shuffle, and we place a BP 2 there. All right, so we've killed 3 of them on the first turn. Everyone's gone, which means that moves to there, that moves to there. Monster's turn, they flip over, and we're ready to go with monster actions. So, what do the monsters do? They do an AI action. The AI action is here. It is Blood Slash. This is, what knight is it? Knight number 3, who is not on the board yet. So when the knight returns to the board, the terrain tile, pale burrowed terrain closest to the priority target. The priority target is Paracelsa, which is right there. So it jumps on right next to her and attacks her. So it has no blood tokens on it, so that doesn't happen. The gated effect is ignored. It does suck 1, which is basically taking out the blood from Bianca and adding it to its tile. And then for each hit, so it does a 3 hits. Bianca needs to evade 3. Ooh, 1, 1. 2 get through. I think she'll take that. That's not too bad. Not Bianca, it's Paracelsa, sorry. 1, 2 wounds. And she does a mortis check. So she's down to a 9. Oops, sorry. Down to 9. There's all my knights. She's down to 9, which is a minor mortis. Minor mortis will feign death, immediately chain break. So basically, everything stops. Gain the knockdown standing up condition card. Okay, so she's pretending to be dead. The monster stops attacking her and everything stops. That's okay, I'm happy with that. We ignore the rest of the card because it's a chain break. Chain break breaks everything, stops. Good. We then come up to monster 4, which is the last one here. Now when it starts, place a blood token on its BP. All right. Now it is going to do the, it's going to do the signature move. Did I do that the other way around? I did it the other way around. Sorry, let's do this one to AI because I made a mistake. So the last one should have done AI. This one should be doing signature. Anyway, so we reverse it. Feeding Frenzy. The knight with the most blood tokens in front. There's only 1. So he's going to go 1, 2, suck 1. So he's going to take 1 blood from Fleischritter. Oh, this one has a lot of blood on it. How does he have so much blood? 4. How does it have so much blood? Did I bump something? He hasn't had a turn yet, so how's he got so much blood? I don't think that's got to be a mistake. I must have bumped that. I must have dropped it or something. This worm hasn't had a turn yet, so how does it have 4 blood on it? I think I must have made a mistake. Interesting. Okay, so it's going to move and attack, sucks 1, and then 4 dice, needing 8 or more. Wow. 4 dice. Needing 8 or more. Okay, here we go. It's 4 misses. Look, he's going to take... Oh, his heat is already... He's going to take 1 heat to try and re-roll. No. Okay, so he's going to take 4 wounds. That's going to push his heat maximum up. So for each hit, lose X. Oh, for each hit... Oh, wow, this is really bad. For each hit, lose X, where X is the amount of blood tokens on this mob, so 1. Yeah, okay, so it loses 1. And it's, at the end of that, it sucks another blood. Wow. So it's now got 2. And then gated is 3. No, it's only got 2, unless I made a mistake. And then after the attack, it burrows to 10. 8, 9. I think 10 is this one down here. I couldn't find a 10 token. Yeah, that's 10 down the bottom there. And if there's 2 blood tokens, it burrows to 1 instead. Okay, so it's going to hide up there in the corner there. So they're quite elusive. They want to hide a little bit. That's a horrible card, so they do get quite tough. Okay, that's both worms done. Good. My turn. My turn. Look, Paracels is right in front. 1, 2. That's a bit of a journey. So what we've got here is a ruined wall. So the ruined wall, it's destructible, obscuring. When it's destroyed, it turns into rubble. So yeah, it's just blocking our path. So it's a long way to go around. So what I'm aiming to do now is spend some blood to lure it out. Lure out these worms. So let's start with Fleischritter here. He's going to use the, here we are. That should go there. He's adjacent to this tile. He's going to discard a blood token. Oh, he's down to 3. He doesn't want to bleed out. No, he won't do that. Okay, so instead of him, we'll get Bianca, who is full of blood. She's going to discard a blood token to lure out a worm and place it on that tile. So it's either 1 or 2. They're both pretty much the same. So let's bring out 1. Hello, worm. Discard a blood, place it on that tile. That's how the pale burrow works. So she's moved, now she can attack. It's not an action to do that. She's like bleeding out the worms, luring them out with her blood. She's a squire, she's going to attack it. We've got an opening and a extra power. She needs 5 or more. Oh, that's a terrible one. So she's not going to, that's a critical miss, so she's not going to take that. She's going to gain, in fact, she should have gone down a heat, so she goes up a heat to re-roll. That's better. That is just enough. She needs 6 plus 1 is 5. That's a success. So this is worm number 1. It's tough. It needs 4 hits, and she's only got 1 power here. 2, 3, and unfortunately she doesn't have any of the required stuff. So there's nothing she can do about this. She gets up to 3 power. It's a miss. Fail. Which is going to suck some more blood from her. I'm just checking. There's nothing I can do, I don't think. Bianca. Reflex, stand up. Nope. She should have gained an extra power when she attacked. Yep. Nothing she can do, unfortunately. Just short of 1 potential. Okay. So the worm survives. We fail. So it sucks 1. It has a blood token on it. But this now gives Fleisch Ritter an opportunity to attack. He's next to it now. He's going to pivot around and take a big swing with his felling axe. 1 dice. At the end of the turn, Bianca with power 2 leaves 1 opening and 1 break. Actually, she's a pain. She pushes the monster. I think that's what that symbol means. There's a little symbol on her heroic arc. I'll show you this. That little symbol down the bottom left there. That's break plus like a punch thing. It's pushback. Yeah, pushback. And I'm pretty sure if it's the same as ATO, that pushback is just push back the target 1 box. Yep, just 1. Right, so she pushes the worm away. So this dude can just go move across to there and try and attack it. So she should have left an opening and a break. Okay, so he now comes along. Normally 6 or more for the worms with an opening, 5 with his weapon, 4, a 3 of course. Should have gone down, then back up 1 to re-roll it. 6 is a hit. 3 dice to wound. It is, we know what worm it is, 4 wounds. That's been used. His weapon has break, commit, so he's got to use a heat to use his weapon, of course. Okay, he's got a +1 power, so he just needs 3 swords. 1, 2, 3. Potential for more if he overcomes 3. So he needs 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, can't get it. Okay, so he will give, the worm dies, he'll give the blood to himself. He wounds the closest Paleblood worm, performs burrow 5. So the closest one performs burrow 5. What a pain. Okay, so they're being a pain in the backside, really elusive. That dies though, so that's a wound. That was BP 2. So now we remove an AI 2 and we add an AI 3. So they are getting tough. I'm worried about these AI 3s, they're going to hurt. Oh, it's coming up as well. And then we add a BP 3 in its place. All right. Worm's dead. So I've got a worm over here hiding. Worm down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of reach. Standing up. So that is him done. Oh, sorry. He now places an opening or a break. That's been used. Let's place a break. And now it's up to Bianca. No, Roloff or the other one. So they can lure out, I think Rolf, oh look, she's right next to there as well, and she's full of blood. Paracelsa, pretty much. So she's gonna bleed a token to lure out the big tough number 1. That's right. She's gonna lure out number 1. Monster number 1 right in front of it. Hold on, standing up, let me read this. There you go, that's where stand up is. So you can, if you move voluntarily, attack, or stand up. Stand up means put your miniature in a normal position. Yep. So when you stand up, you discard this card. At the start of your turn, stand up. Okay, it's worded, I don't know, awkwardly, but I think I'm doing it right. Okay, so she bleeds out this worm. It's a tough one, I know. She's got her Militia Morgenstern. She rolls 1 dice, doesn't have a lot. She needs a 5 or more, 5 or more, so +1. She's going to use 2 hands to give her a +1 power. 3, she's going to re-roll. So sorry, she should have gone down heat, now back up. She should get a power as well. She needs 5 or more. A 6 is enough. Good. She looks at the worm. It's a bloated brood mother. Looks horrible. And it's tough. 6 wounds. My goodness. And if it fails, it sucks too. These battles are getting harder. Okay. All right. She rolls 3 red dice. She only has 1 break in the pool, but she has the 1 extra power. It's not technically that. It's 1 extra power from her Morgenstern. Oh geez, this is gonna be tough. 6 wounds, really 5 wounds, 4 wounds. She's 4 wounds on 3 dice. Okay. Oh, that's not enough. 4 wounds on 3 dice. What can she do? I don't think she can do anything. Can she spend her zeal? So this is her starting talent. Hard to see. Okay, when you resolve, no. When you're about to die, when you critical or miss. You gain the following benefits depending on the number of zeal tokens on your night board. She's full of zeal. So she can re-roll her dice. I think she can re-roll. Now, I'm confused about I've noticed that sometimes the power dice are black, sometimes they're red. This is a black power dice. No, it says power re-roll. So why sometimes it's red? I don't know. Sometimes that symbol, so she has 3 tokens, so she can do a power re-roll. I'm fairly certain. Zeal threshold 3. Zeal threshold, I don't know what that means. But I'm going to say that she can re-roll 1 power dice because she's full of zeal. So she's going to try and re-roll this, and that's enough. All right, so this is a power re-roll. You gain the following benefits depending on the number of zeal tokens. A power re-roll, right? Hopefully that's the intent there. Yeah, okay. And it doesn't say to spend zeal. Yeah, she just gets those benefits. So she gets, it's like a part of her arc. Oh, she's got the arc. She's got this as well anyway. So I could have re-rolled 2 of them. Okay, so she can re-roll it. That's 4. Hold on a sec. Where are we going? 4, 5. She doesn't have a Grail token, so she's going to use her second re-roll to re-roll this. There we go. Getting lucky. So she gets 1 re-roll from her zeal, 1 from her arc. That's 5. 6 for using it 2-handed is enough to kill the bloated brood mother. Okay, so monster responses. We do monster responses first. It's wounded. Activate 1. Activate 1. Jeez, every word I have to keep going back to. Activate. Draw an AI for the next 1 mob on the track. Okay, so this dies. We'll resolve that in a moment, and then we resolve a thing for 2, who's currently off the board. So 2, it dies, it's removed. This appears, when it activates, it would appear, where does it appear? It appears priority target, which is now Paracelsa, right in front of her. And then it does this. Oh my goodness. This is an AI 3 card. It's going to target her. And, oh, geez. Okay. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to do six hits. And I need a 9 or more. none of those, and 2. So 4 go through. And for each hit, I lose 1 vigor. So 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry again. Okay, if there are 2 blood tokens, no, there's not. We'd do, that's a gate action. If I die, repeat. If I die, repeat the attack. I did not die, thankfully. After the attack, it sucks 1 blood from Paracelsa, and then it burrows over to 1. Well, 1 is blocked, so it can't. I'm going to rule that it can't burrow to 1. I don't know what to do when they burrow and it's occupied. Yeah, they can't occupy the same space. So I guess most of the time when you're trying to do something and you can't, you just cancel the action. So I'm guessing that's what happens here. So Paracelsa has attacked. She's still going. Monster response, wounds and escalation. So now that was a BP3. Wow, a BP3 card. And I just double checked, and just like ATO, when you wound a BP3, you do double wounds basically. Unfortunately, I don't know where the double wound. Here they are. So you place what's called a double wound card in the stack. It counts as 2 wounds out of the, how many do I need? 7, I think. And we'll figure this out in a moment. So that counts as a double wound. And when we escalate a BP3, so search the BP deck. So first we search the deck for the lowest level AI card. So we take out the 1, that's removed. And we shuffle an AI 3, not a 2, a 3. And because I took 1 from the discard pile, I shuffle all the cards back together. Okay. Now, I took out a double wound, so now I search the BP deck for the lowest level card, remove it. Search the BP... Oh no, that's for bosses only, sorry. Okay, so... for mobs, what have I done? BP. I think we take another 3. We put another BP3, right? It shouldn't be a 2, so... where is it? That's it there, right? No, that's the AI. I'm getting confused here. That's the AI card. Where's the wound go? There's the wound. Don't look at that. The blood goes back to somebody. Paracelsa. Sorry about that. Everything, trying to reach over everything. Okay, losing track of everything. Forgot to shuffle an AI card back in. Left 1 out. Okay. So I've done the escalation. That's the card. This doesn't go back. 1 level higher from the deck, shuffle it. If the new card, what do we do here? If you were to BP, place a generic double wound and set it aside, it will return to the bottom of the deck after escalation. So it returns to the bottom of the BP deck. That's hectic, but done. Whew. And it wasn't a critical wound. If you wound a BP card, you place it face up. Oh, if you wound a... Okay, it's different for bosses. Okay, it is... You place it there, but it counts as a double wound. All right, so I'll put a double wound there just to remind myself that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6 wounds. I just need 1 more. All right, 1 more, they're level 1. Yep, they need 7 wounds, so 1 more wound. Okay, now the blood token. Went back to Paracelsa. Did I kill it? 1, I think I removed it, right? No, yes, and then 2 came back on. It shouldn't have, right? I'm losing track of everything. That was Paracelsus' turn. She killed a worm. I think I may have flipped the wrong card. Look, this is the biggest headache I have with this game, is losing track of where I'm at. Because there's so many interruptions. Okay, you've got to stop here. And I'm trying to follow the sequence of play, but it's like... Then you've got to flick to a different page of the rulebook. Anyway, I just making some adjustments there. Okay, so wounds and escalation, clear the night pool, second ability window. So that was Paracelsus attacking. She's on power 3, so she gets an opening and a break. She'll pick opening and a break, and she can reposition. What have we got coming up? 3 and 4, and they're on the map. Okay, we'll stay there, I guess. No, yeah, we'll stay there. No, we'll move here. Sure, why not? Okay. So who has moved? This is the other thing. I don't know who has actually... I think these two have gone. Paracelsus has gone. This guy hasn't gone yet. So he will lure out a worm. He's going to spend a blood, discard a blood, to lure out a worm. 1 or 2. Let's make it 2 because it's less scary. To there. Okay. He's going to try and hit it. He's a squire. He increases... Where is he? He lowers his heat first of all. Increases his passion. He tries to hit it. He needs a 5 or more. Perfect. 5. All right, so now it is a 2. This is going to be tough, we know. Oh, not too tough though. 4. He just needs 4. Come on, mate. Moment of truth. You can do it. Even a 3 with a power up. Yeah, 4. Does it straight away. So he wounds it instantly. That's my 7th wound. The worms are defeated. The other worms scurry away in defeat. And we survive. Okay, so the aftermath. No knight died. All knights reset their passion, heat, and vigor. Return all technique cards. Did I use any technique cards? Yeah, I'm not sure. Discard conditions. Each knight discards 2 Bane tokens, if I had any. Discard all blood tokens. Don't need them. Loot. If you won the clash, perform Clash Scavenge 1. So I'll run you through this because I don't think I've covered this on video before, but the way this works is Clash Scavenge 1 means I can take an exhibition class loot and add it to my loot deck to resolve later. And a generic Scavenge 3. So generic Scavenge, I can take... Can't take full Clash. I can take 3 of these cards. So let's take Kingdom Gear, upgrade, and another upgrade. Let's take another upgrade because they're gold, and we'll add them to our pool as well. And then, if any knight is on a quest, proceed to the paragraph. When in doubt, check the story. Paragraph that directed you. No story paragraph directed me to this clash. This is just part of the timeline, but I'll double check. Yeah, so she's on this quest. Oh, there may be a, no. I think the next, so basically here we are, and we're waiting for time 10 to proceed to the next story trigger. But that's not happening just yet. All right, folks, that's how you defeat the Paleblood worms. That was probably the quickest clash. I've got 54 minutes on a timer with a few pauses to check rules. Look, it got messy, it got chaotic. I'm going to print off, I think, a sequence of play and make it a full A4 sheet so I can like get a big arrow and point, I'm here and then here, and just kind of like work my way down because I'm clearly losing track of stuff. You get interruptions and you've got to escalate, and then you've got to check the rules for escalate. And if it's a mob, there are different rules for the boss. And if it's a BP3, it's a different rule to BP1. And then you got to check all these things, and then you're like, okay, where was I again? And then once you've done all that, it's like, well, whose turn was it again? So It's easy with squires. The squires are great compared to ATO, but still, yeah, quite confusing. All right, folks, thank you for watching and take care.